It's Local John 1812. Guess what, guys? I have a new, exciting project for you guys tonight that I'm just revealing tonight. Tonight, we're going to start a little podcast. I don't have all the fancy equipment. In fact, I just picked this little gadget guy up for my phone. It's got a microphone. That's the important thing. It's got an additional light. Very bright. We're using a different light for lighting right now. Nice little stand and everything. This was $74 and some tax. About 83 bucks after I got it from Best Buy. It's got a little remote here. Huh? So we're going to do this little podcast thing. It's called a snacking conversation. And the whole point of this is, you guys know I've done food reviews for my YouTube channel for a while and that type of stuff. So we're trying to branch out. We did conversation and drive, which we're going to get to that later in this podcast. We're going to talk about that. But during this podcast, the Snacking Conversation podcast, brought to you by Local John, and my sidekick and side host, who's sitting off to the side here, Camera Mom. She's going to be in the background looking up some stats or something for some games or news stories or something of that nature. But the whole point of this...
And manning the camera.
And manning the camera. But the whole point of this and podcast is this. We're going to try some snacks sometimes that are new. Sometimes we're just going to have some existing snacks we really like. Basically, I'm having a snack. I hope you're having a snack. And you're enjoying my conversation and how you can comment on the conversation and give me feedback and talk to me as well. And if we ever do a live one, I'll be able to talk to you live. And in this podcast, we're going to be doing maybe some food stuff. We're going to be talking about stuff that's going on in the world and even stuff that's happening in our life. So that's the information I have for you. You guys know the new item I got there. You see the snack. Let's get into the conversation. Welcome to Local John 1812, first podcast of Snacking Conversations. Okay, so first off, I want to say thank you for tuning in to the podcast. Hit the like button. Go ahead and share it out. And subscribe without even going any further. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. Just go ahead and subscribe. You know it's free and easy to do. Okay, I'm not going to be pushy. Just do whatever you want to do. Hope you subscribe. All right, so let's get into the first thing first. I want to mention that as I'm starting to opening the snack, it's the Ding Dongs plus Twinkies Hostess Smash Up here. Okay? Now, this is not healthy, and you guys know I've been on a diet and a healthy kick. So please, I don't promote over snacking or buying all the worst stuff in the world. And you know, next time we may come on Sundays, we're going to try to upload on Sundays with this podcast. We might come on and have carrots.
But I happened to see that at the store, and I know that Twinkies are John's favorite snack. So
that's cool,
I thought
right?
it'd be interesting.
So while I'm getting this open, I want to say, hey, shout out to the Kentucky Wildcats who represented Team USA in the Global Jam little tournament over the summer. They had a round robin. They played 4 games. They won all 4. I think Antonio Reeves was the MVP of that tournament. So if you guys like Kentucky basketball, give me a hashtag BBN in the comment section. If you don't, give me a hashtag BBN thumbs down. I don't like that, but you can have your own opinion. But if you enjoy the USA and you're glad that we took home the Global Gold Championship in the Global Jam Tournament, hit that thumbs up for them and for the channel. That'd be awesome, right? So they won that. That's good. I like to see Kentucky bounce back in this part of the podcast segment, which I'm learning as I go, right? I'll remember these. Don't worry about them. I want to call this the eye-catching moments. I'm not going to go into the stats of that tournament and make Camera Mom go tell me who was the #1 rebounder. I'm not going to do that.
I already have something pulled up, so I can't.
She can't. She's got one item pulled up, but we'll have other stuff where we have other windows. But point of it is I just thought Antonio Reeves did a great job. He was eye-catching, making shots, doing what he does. But he is a veteran player. So did Mitchell, which is a transfer coming in from West Virginia. These guys are veteran players, so coming over to Canada, even though they may not have been there playing before, they're veterans. So the eye-catching moment is I saw Reeves really knock down some shots. Mitchell played really well. He came from West Virginia. Those guys are veterans, so I assumed they would do good, even in overseas competitions against other players that are young but maybe had some semi-professional or professional experience and also some other league experiences stuff. So I thought they would play good, and they did. But what I was really impressed by was our freshmen. I mean, Wagner, Dillingham, Shepard, even Brooks this last game was having a lot of good putbacks. Therio, he's coming in his second year, and we were down 2 of our 7-footers, and Ugana and also Bradshaw. So that's what I think about Kentucky. I know you guys, not all of y'all like sports, But that's what I like about BBN. I'm going to talk about some other sports every once in a while, but right now we're going to get into opening the snack, continuing our conversation. I want to get into Camera Mom's first story of the night as I take a bite here. Let me take a bite, and then we're going to let her get into it. Wow.
So it's the delicious Twinkies cake
Mhm.
covered in the ding dong fudge.
Yeah.
Because, there's the Choco Dial, which
Uh-huh.
is the Twinkie covered in chocolate. But it's apparently, I guess, they're not the same chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's got a little spongy, of course, spongy like.
Sponge cake?
Yeah, sponge cake. I'm going to dip it. Tastes good with the cream and chocolate, obviously. This one cake is going to have about 150 calories because it's 300 calories for 2 cakes. So we divide 300 by 2. That's your math problem for the night. 150. Call me a math mutician.
Mutician?
Don't worry about how I say things.
Mathematician.
Mutician. I didn't say anything wrong. A math mutician. I'm a math mutician. Or what's that one people that do like makeup and mortician?
Cosmetologist?
No, on the people who have passed away.
Oh, I don't know.
Or yeah, the people who have passed away, they do makeup, mortician, or the
Yeah, mortician.
mortician. Yeah, there you
No,
go.
they don't do just the makeup. Like I think there's a specific person who does those specific things.
Yeah.
Mortician takes out all the stuff.
Maybe. Comment down below. We don't know everything, do we?
Nope.
We could ask Google. All right. Go ahead with your story here. Now, let me tell you, that was just a little joking segment, but this is a serious story she's getting ready to do. So, without further ado, get into it.
Okay. So, I'm sure pretty much all of you have heard about Carly Russell. She's the Alabama woman who went missing after reporting a toddler walking on the interstate. Well, thank the Lord, prayers have been answered.
Amen.
She's
Jesus.
returned home.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
She went missing after telling a 911 dispatcher she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of the interstate. She's 25 years old. She'd been missing since Thursday night when she called the 911 child on the side of the interstate 459 South. After the call, Russell stopped her vehicle to check on the toddler and called a family member who lost contact with her. Though the line remained open, they ended up hearing a scream. They heard her ask the child, are you okay, and all this and that, but the child didn't answer from what they could tell because they couldn't hear anything until they heard her scream. When police arrived, they found her car still running. Her belongings were all in the car. Then they found, at the scene outside the car, her wig, I guess, had been pulled off. Her phone was there. Her purse was there. No sign of her or the kid.
Oh, my gosh. And this happened a few days ago, right?
Yeah, Thursday. And then yesterday, around 10:45, Saturday night, the police got a call that she returned home on foot.
And that's all we know right now.
Right, that's all we know. They haven't said anything else. Police department, the officers took her to the hospital to be evaluated and checked out. Now, there's been a lot of things speculating around the internet of, maybe it could have been sex trafficking. Maybe it could have just been, somebody, kidnapping.
Yeah.
And there was also one that I'd seen where they say that the family made it up, that it could be all fake.
Yeah, I heard some stuff. I didn't hear. I saw
read
on Twitter. Yeah, read. But I heard it was the police chief or one of the investigators on the commercial, or on the one of the investigators on the news report, and they said, hey, that's all we're gonna give out right now. That's all they're gonna say. There's been plenty of speculation online, which none of it holds any factual truth that we're able to release right now or that we know of. So I would say, this is what I read that or saw that, I would say whatever you hear on Twitter,
take it with a grain of salt.
Or whatever you hear on any social media sites, right? Take it with a grain of salt, because it's a very touchy subject to, like, for someone to say, hey, I think the family made it up. That's very tough, and though it could be somehow in some way, which you hope not, it could be true, but I would never jump out and say that about somebody. You're never going to catch me.
That's wrong to just put out there into the world and manifest that and speculate that. Like, you keep that to yourself until other things have come out and have been figured out.
Yeah, yeah. And I know,
because if you bring that out, like, and then it happens to not be true, people are gonna look at you dirty.
Yeah,
I pray that that's not what it was.
Yeah, and then also too, I mean, the reason why they may not be saying a lot more about, they may know some more than what they're saying. The reason why they may not be saying much is because Carly may have given, and when I don't know this to be true, Carly may have given some individuals some information about where she was and what happened, and they don't want to tip off those people that has occurred. And so maybe they're going to move in, make some arrests. We don't know. We'll let it play out. I'm just glad she's at home and she's safe. But it just goes to show, this is how bad the world has gotten. You're driving down the interstate road, right? And you're driving down the road. You look off to the side. You see a toddler. You see a kid. I mean, my instincts, too, would be to stop. But after hearing about how this occurred, do you guys know what? Man, guys, I know this sounds horrible, but I may stop, but not get out of the car.
Unless there's more than one of us in the car.
I don't even know, because I may stop, safely look, and as long as there's no cars barreling down, I'm not going to run out and try to, if the cars are barreling down, I think I will try to run out and save that kid. But I know it sounds cowardly. I know it does. And you guys can, comment and say you're a coward all you want. But all I'm saying is, after this occurred, like, okay, as people started getting killed going down highways by different hitchhikers and stuff, people stopped picking up hitchhikers. Mm-hmm. So now we got a little kid on the side of the road, supposedly, right? And then she stops to help, and she may have, do not know, speculation here, may have supposedly got kidnapped. And if that occurred, it makes me, as the next person, as being a good Samaritan and a Christian at that, and I know other religious people care with their religious denominations as well, but it makes me think, should I get out of the car and help? And I feel like I won't. I mean, I will help. I will pull over. I will call the police, and I will wait in my car. I know that sounds like crappy. I know the kid could fall off. I'm sorry. But after what just happened, I'm worried. What?
What if it wasn't kidnapping, though? Or anything like that? What if the little kid was a ghost? And she screamed because it was a ghost, and, like, maybe she ran off into the woods or something.
And got kind of, like, disoriented?
Yeah.
And got lost?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to make one heck of a movie if that occurs. That's not funny. No. You're not laughing at Carly and her family.
No.
We're laughing as if that did occur.
Right. Like, what if it...
There's Prince. Prince is in here. Come here, Prince. Boy. Look, guys. Prince is here. I don't know. Can they see him?
Yeah, I think so.
They can see his head. There's Prince. He might make... And Tank might make a visit sometimes. But yeah, I feel bad for her and her family. I feel bad for that little kid if it's still out there. I hope.
I feel bad for that little kid if it was like a kidnapping or.
And they're using that as like a.
Yeah. Like that baby don't need to be used for stuff like. So nobody should.
And YouTube, please don't give us any type of canceling our channels or something. We're not saying nothing. If you want to go find your gossip or something, you can go to your social media sites and all that. All we're just saying is what we have read and what we're talking about in our own speculation, which is no form or way of any evidence or anything leading one way or another. It's just how we may think or so with our conversation. Meanwhile, I want to tell you guys, we're going to keep praying for Carly. That and her family that they get through whatever has occurred.
Nothing really bad happened to her. I mean, if she was kidnapped, hopefully she was just kept in a room and like they didn't beat her or
something of that nature. You can't.
The word I can't say.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
So you just hope that is this case, right? And we'll pray for. Briefly, real quick, the Ding Dong and Twinkies mashup. They're new. They're good. I'm only going to eat one tonight. I'm on my diet. I may eat another one tomorrow night. It's better with milk. Dip it. A being good or great, F being bad. We're going to give it a solid C+. Local John's review. You guys know I do those easily. All right. One more thing before we go. How many minutes are we in?
16 minutes.
We're in 16 minutes. We're going to keep these under 20 minutes. I know we didn't have a lot of the conversation of different stuff, but we hope you guys enjoyed some of the stuff. One thing here. John's going to get one of those. Okay, one thing here is this guy right here. So this is called the Snacking Conversation Podcast, which what we just did. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got this new mic. Let me know if this new mic sounds like crap. And if it does, we'll unplug it. We'll just use the phone. I know it sounds crazy. I should have a microphone in front of me. It's over there, but shouldn't have grabbed something. Okay.
Sorry.
But needless to say, we got another one. Do you guys remember when I did Conversations in Drive? Well, I had my phone. That phone is heavy. And I'm going to have it up on my dash. Because I don't have all this fancy equipment like these other YouTubers. One day, maybe I will. And if I get bigger, maybe I'll get better equipment.
But we enjoy using the phone, though, because we've always
it's very,
had it with us.
very convenient,
and then you have your app on your phone that you use
edit
to
my video.
Your videos.
And that's how I add all my graphics in and all that. So, meanwhile, anyways, I didn't have one of these. This is a dash cam. You see this right here? Now, it's not the best quality, and I'm pretty sure it's a little bit older. It says only 1080p, so it's full HD 1080p. I'm going to use this for a little bit, and it used to be Conversations in Drive. Guess what? It's going to be a little bit of the difference. This is going to be driving conversations that we're going to start doing again. We're going to use this. This is lighter. It will stick up there. We can record the dash cam. This actually used to be a truck driver's dash cam, and Camera Mom's dad gave it to me and said that he knew a trucker and he got some rid of his stuff in his truck. Here, would you use this? And I said, yeah. This is free, so this is why, hey, we're going to use this for a little bit. Maybe we get monetized eventually one day. If we get our watch hours up, we'll go buy better equipment. But for right now, this is what we're going to use. So driving conversations should be another one you guys need to look out for to watch. So that's what we're going to do with that part of, extra stuff coming with the channel. We're going to try to keep these podcasts under 20 minutes. I know we're getting close to that. Camera Mom, do you have one more final thing?
Yeah. Other good news in the news. So this was another thing you should read after seeing Carly's one. A California woman that was kidnapped in Mexico last year has been found.
Wow, that's two. That's good news.
Yeah, she's been found. San Mateo resident Monica de Leon Barba was released by her captors on July 14th.
Awesome.
November 29th of 22, she was kidnapped in Jalisco, Mexico. I cannot say the other word. Starts with a T. As she was walking home from work with her dog. Just a little bit about her. For the past 8 months, FBI personnel in California and Mexico worked tirelessly with the family and their partners. No arrests have been made as authorities continue to search for the suspects. Reunited with her family.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, it's good news. It is good news. And I'm glad that we're hearing good news about that. It's not every day you hear about someone going missing, kidnapping, or just on, accidents occur or individuals have some health issues and then they go missing, and you don't usually get the good news of returning. But we're getting that, and that's a good thing. I'd love to find a way to prevent some of these. The Sounds of Freedom movie, I have not seen it yet. Comment down below if you guys have seen it. Let us know. I mean, with all that type of sex trafficking and that other stuff going on, and kidnappings and other stuff, it's good to get a movie like that out there to bring awareness. But it's also good news to have these type of stories come up where people are found and they're safe and they're not gone from this world. And that's a good thing, and maybe it'll lead to information on how to prevent these situations from occurring and keep people safe. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Next time we might have funny conversations. We might be doing something else. We're going to try to keep uploading these on Sundays. But
you know what I want to do?
What?
I want to play a game.
That case looks like it's from 1962.
It is. It is. It's so old.
It is.
It was my uncle's game that he taught us how to play whenever I was little.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered it, but I couldn't remember what it was called.
I'm number one at that game for sure.
And then my mom happened to have it, and while she was moving, she was like, "Hey, you guys want some of the old games?" And I saw that. I was like, "Oh, wow, that's the game I've been talking about, but couldn't remember what it was."
No, what's it? It's fun. I remember.
And I introduced it to John, and he loved it. So.
Yeah, I win a lot. I win a lot at that game. I do win a lot at that game.
Well, I'm numerically dyslexic, so
she wants to play a game that she has a disadvantage in. That's not good, right?
It's still fun, though. I enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Well, comment down below if you'd like to see us play that game next time and have a little talk with a snacking conversations with Game Edition. And then we can even talk about some other stuff that's going on, maybe sports world or religious or political.
Send us some questions.
Send us some questions. We'll answer them no matter how tough they are. We'll try to give you the most genuine answer that will not get us canceled and that is honest and true. That's what we can promise you. All right, guys, that's all I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Until next time, guys, keep snacking responsibly and have a conversation with someone.
And be safe.
Peace.
Bye.